Shohei Ohtani was expected to be one of the biggest attractions of the MLB All-Star Game once again. Every time he steps onto the field, fans expect something unforgettable. Whether it's launching a massive home run, throwing triple-digit fastballs, or simply being part of baseball's biggest stage, Ohtani has become the face of the sport. So when news started spreading that he would miss the All-Star Game, Dodgers fans immediately began asking the same question. What really happened? At first, many people assumed it was just a routine decision. After all, the MLB season is incredibly long, and protecting star players has become more important than ever. But as more details emerged, the conversation quickly shifted from disappointment to concern. Fans weren't just upset that Ohtani wouldn't be participating. They wanted to know whether this was simply precautionary, or if something much bigger was happening behind the scenes. Since joining the Los Angeles Dodgers, Ohtani has carried enormous expectations. Not only is he expected to dominate as a hitter, but he's also working his way back as a pitcher after recovering from elbow surgery. That alone makes his workload unlike anything baseball has ever seen. Every swing, every sprint, every bullpen session is carefully monitored by the Dodgers medical staff. This season has already been demanding. Ohtani has continued producing elite offensive numbers while slowly rebuilding his pitching program. The Dodgers have repeatedly emphasized that their biggest goal isn't winning an exhibition game in July. Their focus is making sure Ohtani is healthy when October arrives. Even so, fans couldn't help but worry. Social media exploded with speculation almost immediately. Some believed he was dealing with hidden soreness. Others wondered if the Dodgers had discovered something concerning during routine evaluations. A few even questioned whether returning to pitching had become more complicated than expected. The reality, however, appears to be much less dramatic. Reports indicate that the Dodgers are simply taking an extremely cautious approach with Ohtani's workload. Considering his recent surgery and the organization's investment in him, risking unnecessary fatigue during the All-Star festivities simply doesn't make sense. Between the home run derby, media appearances, workouts, travel, and the game itself, All-Star Week can actually be surprisingly exhausting. For most players, that's manageable. For Shohei Ohtani, who is simultaneously preparing to hit every day while carefully rebuilding as a pitcher, every extra inning and every additional swing matters. The Dodgers understand that better than anyone. Remember, this isn't just about one season. The Dodgers signed Ohtani with the expectation that he'll help lead the franchise for years to come. Their biggest goal is winning another World Series, not collecting another All-Star appearance. Still, that explanation hasn't completely eased the minds of Dodgers fans. Why? Because every time Ohtani misses even a small event, memories of his previous injuries immediately return. Baseball fans haven't forgotten the elbow surgery. They remember the rehabilitation process. They remember how carefully his throwing program had to be managed. And they know that returning as both a hitter and a pitcher places enormous stress on the body. Even if doctors say everything is progressing normally, supporters naturally become nervous whenever his schedule changes. That's simply what happens when you're watching perhaps the most valuable player in baseball. The Dodgers have consistently emphasized patience throughout the season. Manager Dave Roberts has repeatedly explained that there is no reason to rush anything involving Ohtani. The organization believes that protecting his health now dramatically increases their chances of postseason success later. That philosophy has influenced almost every decision they've made. His pitching appearances have been carefully scheduled. His throwing sessions have been closely monitored. Recovery days have become a priority. Nothing about his workload has been left to chance. Some fans have questioned whether sitting out the All-Star Game could actually benefit Ohtani more than participating. Think about it. Instead of dealing with non-stop travel, media obligations, ceremonies, and the pressure of performing in front of millions of viewers, he'll have additional time to recover physically and mentally. For someone carrying the responsibilities that Ohtani does, a few extra days of recovery might actually become one of the smartest decisions of the entire season. Sports science has changed dramatically over the past decade. Teams now understand that preventing fatigue is often more valuable than treating injuries after they happen. The Dodgers are among the most data-driven organizations in Major League Baseball. Every sprint is measured. Every throw is analyzed. Every recovery session is tracked. When a franchise invests hundreds of millions of dollars into one player, caution becomes part of the strategy. Of course, that hasn't stopped rumors from spreading online. Whenever Ohtani's name trends on social media, speculation spreads incredibly fast. Some posts claimed he was secretly injured. Others suggested his pitching comeback had suffered a setback. Several videos even hinted at possible conflicts inside the organization. But none of those claims have been supported by reliable reporting. Instead, everything points toward workload management rather than a new injury. That distinction is incredibly important. Missing an exhibition event doesn't automatically mean something is wrong. Sometimes it simply means the team is thinking several months ahead instead of several days ahead. The Dodgers know exactly what's waiting later this season. A playoff race. Potential postseason series. And hopefully, a World Series run. Those games matter infinitely more than one exhibition appearance. Even several former MLB players have pointed out that if they had the chance to rest during the middle of a demanding season, many would have gladly accepted it. Today's game is different than it was 20 years ago. Organizations prioritize long-term health over short-term entertainment. Fans may not always enjoy those decisions, but championships usually reward patience. Another reason this situation has attracted so much attention is because Ohtani has built a reputation for always wanting to compete. He rarely takes unnecessary days off. He constantly pushes himself. He wants to contribute both offensively and on the mound. That's exactly why seeing him unavailable, even briefly, feels unusual. When one of baseball's toughest competitors steps away from the spotlight, people naturally wonder why. Yet those closest to the Dodgers continue stressing that the long-term plan remains unchanged. Ohtani is still expected to remain one of the team's most important players. His hitting remains a massive part of their offense. His gradual return to pitching continues moving forward. And the organization believes patience now creates greater opportunities later. For Dodgers fans, that's probably the biggest takeaway. Rather than viewing this as bad news, it may actually represent responsible decision-making. Instead of chasing one memorable All-Star moment, the Dodgers appear focused on something much bigger. October baseball. Imagine how different the conversation would be if Ohtani played in the All-Star Game, pushed himself unnecessarily, and suffered even the smallest setback. Everyone would immediately ask why the Dodgers didn't protect him. Sometimes the safest decision is also the least exciting one. That doesn't make it the wrong decision. In fact, it could prove to be one of the smartest choices of the entire season. As the second half of the season begins, all eyes will remain on Ohtani. Fans will continue watching every at-bat, every pitching update, every recovery session, every milestone in his remarkable comeback. Because when Shohei Ohtani is healthy, baseball becomes must-watch entertainment. And that's exactly what the Dodgers are trying to preserve. Missing one All-Star Game may disappoint millions of fans today,